The information shared on the Fulfilled Practitioner Podcast is for educational and informational purposes only. While we explore topics in natural health, practitioner fulfillment and mindset, business growth, and practice strategies, nothing discussed on this podcast should be interpreted as medical advice or a substitute for a professional diagnosis, treatment of any kind, or individualized guidance. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making any changes to your health, diet, or lifestyle, and consult with a qualified business professional before making any changes to your clinical practice or business. The views and opinions expressed by the host and any guests are their own and do not reflect the views of any affiliated organizations. The Fulfilled Practitioner Podcast is not responsible for any actions taken based on the content presented. By listening to this podcast, you acknowledge that you are fully responsible for your own decisions, actions, and outcomes. Hello, and welcome to the Fulfilled Practitioner Podcast. I'm your host, Ricky Brar. This is a place where natural health practitioners learn how to grow, simplify, and fall back in love with their practice again. Here we talk fulfillment, practice growth, leverage in technology, AI, and the mindset needed to build an impactful and meaningful practice. If you're ready to evolve as a practitioner and create a life that feels aligned and energizing, let's get started. Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of the Fulfilled Practitioner Podcast. I'm Ricky Brar, and I'm so excited you're here. Now, before we dive into future episodes, I want to use this short intro episode to share a bit about who I am, why I started this podcast, and most importantly, how it's going to help you as a natural healthcare practitioner. So a little background about me. I started my career in nutrition and functional medicine well over a decade ago, and over the years, I built and ran programs, and I've worked with over 1,000 people, helping them transform their health. I loved seeing lives change, and slowly other practitioners started to notice. Many would reach out for clinical help, which I would always be happy to provide. But along the way, I also saw how tough it can be for practitioners to actually build a practice that's both impactful and sustainable. Slowly, these meetings turned into confession, and many practitioners told me how they felt their fair share of burnout, long hours, and this constant juggle of trying to serve clients and patients while also running their business and practice. That's really when I realized something. Most practitioners actually don't need more clinical information. They need better systems, smarter ways of working, and support to feel fulfilled in their practice, not drained by it. So fulfillment is the ultimate goal, and that's why that's the name of my book and this podcast, The Fulfilled Practitioner. As practitioners, we all deserve to feel fulfilled, as we have one of the most important jobs on the face of the planet, and that's to be a light for others when they can't even see a light in themselves yet. That's what shifted my mission. So today, I focus on training and mentoring practitioners just like you build practices that are impactful, sustainable, and deeply fulfilling. I help you leverage group programs, master your mindset, create modern systems so you can impact more and more people without burning yourself out. And that's what this podcast is really all about. Each week, I'll bring you mindset shifts, strategies, stories that will help you grow your practice, expand your impact, and actually enjoy the journey. You'll hear from me, other successful practitioners, and from leaders across personal development, business, and health. If you've ever felt like you're working harder than you should be, if you want to grow your impact without sacrificing your well-being, and if you're ready to finally build a practice that lights you up, that's why this podcast exists. So hit subscribe, buckle up, and join me on this journey. Welcome to the Fulfilled Practitioner Podcast.